Welcome back, everybody! Don't mind that, I was just saving. So, yeah. I don't know when you guys are gonna see this, hopefully this week, but, yeah, next week Pinkie Pie's going to die. Oh my gosh. I'm a longtime fan of the MLP series. She's gonna go up against fucking Deadpool. Like, yeah, right, sure. Anyways, something not about MLP. Probably should never mention MLP on this channel, considering no one really is a brony in my fan base as far as I know. Actually, I am actually... That would be a nice poll to do on Twitter or something. With like 2 people in there. Anyways. Why did the maid go? I actually do want to know that. Besides it obviously being the fucking love interest of this guy, why did the maid go? Like, they're not even trying to be coy with it. Unlike in Higurashi, where Keiichi had like 3 different girls his age, and he was very friendly towards all 3, and it could go either ways. It was a little bit leaning towards Mion. I mean, it was definitely leaning towards Shion, but that's because she went out of her way to do that. But it's definitely leaning towards Mion. And poor Rena, like, no. There's, like, not a lot of chemistry going on there. There can be. Especially if you watch Higurashi When They Cry Kira. But that never happened. That 10-year anniversary OVA was dog shit. Like, hold on. Can we actually just stop right now? I mean, I'm still gonna continue. But can we just stop for a second and all acknowledge that Higurashi When They Cry Kira was dog shit? Like, absolute dog shit. Like, it consists of 4 chapters. 4 different, like, 20-minute chapters, right? The first one is a dropped epilogue from chapter 5, which I wish they would have kept, because we would have had that as the background thing. You know, whenever you... Not the background thing, the epilogue, obviously. You know, whenever you end of a chapter in Higurashi, there's the all-cast review. I think that's what he was going for, and he made that, but then it got too weird. That was actually the reason. It was too weird. So instead, we got Mercutio 7 talking about his fucking life. I still can't believe... I still can't believe in chapter 3, the epilogue was a PSA on bullying. But like Higurashi When They Cry Kira, it starts out with a fucking OVA. The OVA starts out with the dropped epilogue from chapter 5, making it the most canon out of all of them. Yeah, that whole thing with the yaoi between Keiichi and Satoshi, that was actually supposed to be canon. I'm not... That... Yeah? Fucking yeah. Why not? And then it goes into a blatant ripoff of Madoka Magica. Like, I'm not even trying to be coy with that. Madoka Magica, like, aired in January of that year, and ended, the same year. And then, like, 2 or 3 months later, Higurashi When They Cry Kira came out with its second episode in its OVA. And it was fucking Rika being a magical girl. Like, he thought no one would fucking notice. I know Mercutio 7 isn't behind the anime, but he has to have some involvement. Like, they seriously thought no one would notice. The third one is shipping. That's how I got onto this whole Kira thing. It is shipping between Keiichi, Rena, Mion, and Shion. It's this love square, triangle, whatever the fuck. And like, seriously, like, it's one thing if it's hinted at, like it was in the Core 8, technically Core 9 if you count the one chapter in Re. It was hinted at that there was chemistry, but it wasn't outright stated. Oh, well, why not ship the fuck out of them? No, that's for the fans to do. That's the one thing I've learned from being in, like, couple fandoms, from MOP to Toho to this, is that the fans are the ones that need to ship. Holy shit. Ruby is really, really, really terrible with this. People ship very weird things in Ruby. It's weird. But it's not... Seeing it officially happen, it's weird. You know? It's really weird. It's really weird. I mean, I'm open for an open relationship in Higurashi, but it has to be canon. It can't be just this one-off OVA. And all it does is, you know, it just ships Keiichi with, like, all three girls. It was really weird. And then the fourth one was just, like, fucking chibi Rika. It was adorable tiny Rika. It was young Rika. And that was the premises. Is that there are two Rikas, one from the past and the current one. And that's it. Trying to get her back to her own time. That's probably the best one out of all of them, because it actually, you know, deals with the whole supernatural thing that was a thing in chapters 7 and 8, where they blatantly showed off that, yeah, Rika is this, you know, world-jumping character. Well, let's put a young version of that. That's actually the closest that they got to the I just burped. To the original what the fuck am I thinking of? To the Core 9 series. You know what I mean? I don't know. Their 10-year anniversary OVA was dog shit. That's just what it is. Fuck, maybe that's what the new Higurashi is when that's gonna come out. Which I hope they're going to do better. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I think it's called Higurashi When They Cry Kaku or something. I don't know the last part of it, but apparently it's going to be another OVA, or it might be a series. I don't know how it's going to be a series. It might try and tackle the chapters in the manga, which would be really cool. Oh my gosh, could you imagine that? The chapters in the manga, the extra chapters? Like, the manga goes into, like, various things. There's one where it goes into, it has a character that goes into Hinamizawa after the disaster, and the only person left who survived was the head of the Sonozaki residence, which was Mion, but it could have been Mion or Shion. Actually, I think it was both. I think there was like a spirit of like Shion. No, it was Shion with Mion's spirit. It was really fucking weird, but it was so cool. It was so fucking cool. And I really wish the anime would dive into the manga chapters. Hell, I kinda wish the game would dive into the manga chapters. Be it the PS2, I guess by this point the PS4, the 3DS. Even if it's Japanese only, that would be really cool. Oh, man. Yeah, but no. Bottom line, Higurashi When They Cry Kira was like the worst thing. If I actually did, like, on the anniversary of, like, the 15th anniversary, did a top 5 worst things in Higurashi, Kira would be number 1. There's no doubt about it. I can't think of anything that's worse. Actually, there's an argument for, like, the 2 other chapters in Re that are worse, because they are canon. They're made by Rikuchio 7 as a fan disc. It's official, so they are canon. And they're fucked up and weird. In a bad way. I don't know why it's so hard. I mean, I know that, silliness is in the Higurashi series, but you have to balance the silliness with the darkness. That's what keeps Higurashi very interesting. So, when you have an OVA that's nothing but silliness, it kind of ruins it. You know what I mean? It ruins it a lot. Because at the bottom line, Higurashi is a murder mystery. I didn't see what that said. It's a murder mystery series with supernatural elements in it. So having a yaoi scene with Kiichi and Satoshi, having the idea of Rena clean the fucking school windows with her ass. It's stuff like that. Not only does that go a little bit too far from what usually happens in the canon series, but that's just weird. It would have been funny to read, to where I could just imagine, oh my gosh, this is actually happening, this is really fucking weird. But to see it in an OVA, to celebrate 15 years of a murder mystery novel series, the first episode of the OVA is whatever the fuck that was. I don't know. And look, can we talk about the intro? I want to praise Higurashi on the first 3 intros. Higurashi Kai and Higurashi Reed's anime intros were really good. And then Kira happened. Happy, lucky... It was Happy, Lucky something. It was sung by the 3 voice actresses for Satoko, Rika, and Hanyu. You guys know the fighting game for Higurashi When They Cry. How, it's very cheerful and happy, and eventually the characters just start flying and it's really weird, like you're on a drug trip. It's like that. That's what the intro was. You can find it online if you just type in Higurashi When They Cry Kiro opening. You can definitely find the intro to it. It's just murder mystery novel with elements of supernatural, and then you play this high energy pop song, it's fucking Lucky Star or something. Seriously? Seriously? There's a lot of things I bitch about the Higurashi series. And the reason I bitch about them, by the way, is because it's my favorite anime series. It's not my favorite anime. No. Death Note actually is a little bit better. Because while I do like the club activities and everything, the mystery and murder things that happen in Higurashi, while they do keep me guessing, they are pretty bland, if that makes sense. Whereas in Death Note, it kept me thinking throughout the entire series. You know what I mean? But I love Higurashi so much, and it kills my soul when I watch things like Higurashi When They Cry Kira. Adorable Baby Rika, that was cool. That was cool to see 2 Rikas. And to see how they interacted with each other. Because that's something that kind of is interacted with in the games. Whenever you're solving that fucking puzzle in Chapter 8. Which, by the way, that is a bitch of a puzzle. I actually figured out that puzzle first. And then I sent the information to Kated92 to be like, hey, fuck this puzzle. Am I right? And just gave her that stuff so she had a cheat sheet. I didn't. Actually, no, I think I did. I made a cheat sheet back in the day and then used that cheat sheet. I think. I don't remember. It's been years. But, like, it does kill my soul a bit whenever I watch Higurashi, or read Higurashi, and stuff like Higurashi When They Cry Kira, the first and last episodes of Higurashi When They Cry Re. Like, I understand that Higurashi has moments of silliness, but it has to be balanced. You have to have the murder mystery. That's like having a Dragon Ball Z movie where Goku plays chess. You know, it doesn't click. You know what I mean? And to see it officially happen is fucked up. While at the same time it's fun to see some fan things, like Higurashi When They Cry Fun. That was fun. That was fun. That was really cool. It was really fucking silly, and it had a little bit of perversion in it, but it wasn't official. It was made by a fan. So, it's excusable. You know what I mean? It's excusable. But when it happens officially, when stuff like cleaning the windows with your ass because we want to give guys boners, and then, we want to turn girls on, so have a yaoi scene. Even though it's supposed to be red, like, seriously, this is not an erotica novel. This is a murder mystery novel. Like, it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that. I'm not even reading what's going on because I'm just bitching about the bad parts of Higurashi. But, I digress. Of a crooked-nosed hag flying on a broom. You know, it's weird. All the things that I've ever watched that have witches in them, I don't really see the ugly witch. Ever. Like, ever. Toho, I don't see... Marissa's not ugly. She's actually really pretty. This game, Beatrice looks pretty. I meant to say pretty cool looking in the portrait. What else? Rika's kinda cool. Technically, Rika has called herself a witch. This is a very Higurashi topicked episode. Like, I spent the entire episode, like, just pressing the enter button and bitching about Higurashi. Does that mean... No, never mind. I was gonna say, does that mean that Beatrice will be more friendly towards Maria? And then I remembered, Beatrice is probably a fucking bitch. And that's not just because witch rhymes with bitch. I'm fairly certain that Beatrice will not hesitate to murder Maria right then and there. I actually do want to know, why is Maria so attached to witches? It's pretty weird. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I did get an answer on the characters having English names. Kinzo, whatever the fuck this asshole. He is a fan of English names, actually. They're all Japanese. These people, they're Japanese. Even though one of them right there has, yellow hair. You know, that is actually pretty interesting. That is something really cool that anime can get away with, is multicolored hairs. I'm not seeing too many hair colors in this series. as opposed to Higurashi. In Higurashi, we got every fucking hair color under the sun. We had blue, we had green, I think Hanyu... Did Hanyu have purple hair? I know in the anime, I think in the anime actually, I don't know. I think in the anime she had blue hair, just like Rika. But I think in the visual novel she had purple hair. And then we have Japanese people having yellow hair. Which is something. Which is why I'm a little disappointed in both the movies. I have watched the second movie. I will say this. The second movie is actually really fucking good. Like, really fucking good. Compared to the first Higurashi movie, the second Higurashi movie is really good. For those of you who don't know about the Higurashi movies, the first one covers Onakakushi, the second one covers... Chapter 6? I don't remember the name. It's like, Tetsuhoroboshi. I think it's... Wait, no, it's Tetsuhoroboshi. This... Chapter 3 and Chapter 6 both start with the letter T, so I'm getting them confused. But I think Tetsuhoroboshi is Chapter 6. I think. Don't know, but I think. Anyways, thanks for watching Let's Play Higurashi When They Cry, episode 217, actually. No, I'm kidding. But thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it on Beatrice Exists. So until then, guys, I will actually see you guys next time.